He must have been trapped by the sinking, lost within his black abyss, or else the world would by now be screaming with fright and frenzy. Who knows the end? What has risen may sink, and what has sunk may rise. Loathsomeness waits and dreams in the deep, and decay spreads over the tottering cities of men. A time will come, but I must not and cannot think. Let me pray. Recording that. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Missouri Traffic Experience. I am Trey Rolfus, and today I am joined by
Van Harrison,
Tommy
Will
Bergman.
Tommy Byrne,
Athena Hamilton.
Will Bergman,
Will Bergman.
There's two
Will
of me.
Bergman.
As.
There's two of them.
Oh, as? What are you
As?
playing?
Oh, you know.
Oh, I do know. Well, can you tell our listeners? Just because they don't know.
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Listener.
They know.
You know.
They know.
They know.
You know.
So yeah.
So how was everybody's day? How's it been?
I'd say it's been pretty good.
Pretty awesome.
I'm tired.
Alright.
Yeah.
Pretty poggers, if I had to say.
Not really.
Not pogger. Oh, well, what happened?
School happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I woke up this morning.
You did? Aw. That's,
Yeah.
Life has been
Next
pain
time.
since the day I began to wake up.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning, death
Woke up
grips
this
standing
morning.
over
Death
me.
don't even want me.
I woke up this morning
In a new
in a
Bugatti.
field. Lightning struck where I stood, and there I was born.
And there was a new Bugatti.
Crazy.
Dude, I'm gonna make sure, like my future child wakes up in a new Bugatti.
Could you imagine, though? Could you
Yeah.
imagine, like, you're born, and you're crying, then you fall asleep, and you wake up in a car
And a new Bugatti.
with no one around you?
And not just any car.
That'd be
A new
kind of
A new
crazy.
Bugatti.
A new Bugatti.
I think that would kill the
nonetheless.
baby out of shock. Like,
Well,
you know how,
have
like,
you ever
babies... They...
He'd be like,
New Bugatti.
Have
baby
you
wakes
seen
up
those
and starts
cars
speaking
where they
Richard.
have the
New
big
Bugatti.
exhaust vents like on the front of the car? You just put your baby in one of those and you start the car and it just launches it like diagonally.
You keep your baby warm, reroute the exhaust into the car, and the warm gas will keep it nice and sleepy. And
You put its head into the exhaust pipe.
There's a gas leak in my car.
Yeah, engine baby, engine baby.
Engine baby.
This is a baby leak.
This
no,
is
what you
wild,
do
bro.
is
There's a
There's a
baby
baby in
it's
my
kind
car.
of like Schrodinger's cat, where you leave a cat in a box with a hammer. It's like that,
What?
except you leave a baby in a
I
closed.
knew
You
there
leave
was
a
a
baby
hammer
in a car
involved.
with a hammer.
No. You leave a baby in a closed garage with a running car.
I think there's only one guaranteed outcome with
I
that.
don't know.
No, there's
Well, you
there's a
don't know if
couple.
it died or not.
As long as you don't return, anything could have happened.
Yeah.
That's
that is-
exactly.
that
They
is-
could have
The
been
ba-
saved.
the
They
baby
could have
could have
like
adapted
sprouted
to its
wings.
environment. You know?
Schrodinger's garage theory.
Have you guys heard of Schrodinger's douchebag?
No.
What is that?
So, Schrodinger's douchebag is it's like not like a real
I've
thing,
heard of it. I
obviously,
don't know
it's
what
like
it
a joke.
is.
It's someone who says like something like edgy and offensive, like a racist joke or something like that, and they gauge if it's honest.
No, it's dark
depending
humor.
on the
No, it's
audience
dark
reaction.
humor.
So if
It's
they're like,
not
oh, that's
racist.
if the people they're telling to are like, oh, that's awful. It's like, oh no, well, it's tongue in cheek. It's ironic. But if the people like agree, and like, yeah, that's right, then he's like, yeah, that's what I mean. You know?
Yeah.
He says something controversial, engages how he responds depending on the
Yeah.
So
response.
just
Yeah,
a
that's
wishy-washy
crazy.
person, but
You know-
with racism.
It's
All
amazing.
this baby talk.
It's amazing that all of us here are all in a sleepover. We're all in
It's
our
crazy.
We're all in our sleeping bags. We all have our PJs,
PJs.
on. We all got our cookie dough. We're telling secrets, telling lies, and
My cookie dough
smoking
has eggs.
crack.
My cookie dough has
Smoking
Coke
big
in
door.
it.
I got a candle right here.
Personally-
That's like dead. Like I can see like the very end of the candle. I'm at
Oh,
its,
no.
its last limits.
That's
it's on
really
its last
sad.
legs.
It's dwindling. The fire is fading.
Nice.
Yeah, actually,
I
Coco
do.
owns a Kindle.
I
just
My
doxed someone.
stepmom has a
I just
Kindle.
doxed someone, bro.
I have a Kindle Fire.
Does he
I peeked
read?
my mic.
It barely
You
works.
should set it on fire and see what happens. You might unlock something.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's like a new update where you light it on fire and it like gives you stuff.
Really?
The secret
Yeah, it's
book.
Jeff
Alright,
Bezos.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on the
Jeff
podcast right now.
Bezos comes out of the Kindle
Yeah,
Fire.
go get your Kindle Fire
Alright.
and just put it in the microwave for a couple seconds.
Alright, here I'll do that. I'm gonna edit the footprints right here, and then
Okay, what?
open the microwave sound effect that I'll record myself, and then explosion.
Okay, but here's the question. What if you did put a Kindle in the microwave, you open it up, and out comes Jeff Bezos?
What if out
he
comes
starts
like
like
a
shaking
baby
your
It's
hand
called
and
he
the
keeps
Kindle
talking
Fire
puts
about
you
how
in the
dirty.
garage with a gas
talk.
leak and
It's
you die?
Kindle Fire microwave
I
theory.
think I'd die.
I think
No.
you die.
Yeah, exactly. The
This
thing
gas
actually
leak in my
about
house
going
is
into a
doing
garage
everything
with a
damage.
gas leak is the reason the government tells you not to is because that's how you get the 5G chip out of your brain and it gets rid of the penis AIDS.
Oh yeah.
That is how it works.
Then there's something deeply wrong with you and I
What if I don't want to get rid of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been praying to false idols, Tommy.
Speaking
How's
of
that?
5G, have you guys heard of this new fiber thing?
Like Google
Fiber.
Fiber?
And
That
how
sounds-
sharks
that
are
sounds
attacking
like,
it.
That sounds like
AT&T
globalist,
fiber,
globalist
uh,
wires to me.
The globalist agenda.
The globalist crocodiles.
Exactly, that's what we need to be looking out for. Speaking of internet and cables, did you guys see that thing? It's like, yes, the internet is under attack by sharks. There's
What?
sharks, and there's a huge cable that runs through the ocean that like helps like hook up internet or something like the World Wide Web. And sharks go down and bite it a lot.
Are you really?
Often, yeah. They go down and like gnaw at it.
You know what we gotta do?
Go
we
kill
gotta,
the
we
sharks.
gotta, we gotta send experimental internet gas through the tubes and into the sharks.
Exactly. It's like nerve gas, but Bluetooth.
Hey,
Internet gas.
I got. You know what? I have a couple questions for you guys.
What?
Oh, okay.
What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? Well, I can tell you
Um,
what makes me unique.
I'd say the extra eyes on the bottom of my feet.
What?
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 You have more than 2 eyes in the bottom of your feet.
I've got some extras.
Can I have them?
I mean, like, they're not for sale, but I mean anything for a friend, obviously.
Well.
Was that one of the sleepover questions?
Yeah, that was a pretty bad
That's an
one. You
awful
should,
question.
you should give the torch to me, buddy.
What about some? What are some fun random facts about you?
Yeah.
I can speak ancient Sumerian.
Oh yeah, can you
fluently.
Know any
demonstrate?
good jokes?
I know a good joke.
Would you
Yeah.
rather?
I don't think Tommy's mic is working. There it is.
That's
Never
a
mind.
funny
Joke
joke,
ruined. Thanks.
'cause
That
it's
was
What's
not
something that
true.
bugs you?
Hmm?
Stop. We gotta slow down. We gotta take these on one at a time.
I
alright?
looked up 10
Bugs.
good
All
questions
right.
to answer or ask on the first date. All right.
No. Let me. I've
But we're
got.
not
I've
on
got
first
some.
date.
Let the
We're a
question
sleepover.
master.
I know. I've got sleepover
Exactly.
questions. All right. So on our agenda, number 2, what is the sexiest and least sexy name? Just what do you guys think? Just off the dome.
Sexiest name. Okay, actually no. Let me talk for a bit.
Go ahead,
So,
go ahead.
Least sexy name has to be either like Aloysius, like like old stuff like that.
Aloe.
Like,
I don't know.
uh,
I think that's pretty sexy.
Aloysius,
you could fix
Sylvester.
that.
No, because like the whole thing is like those are like the kids that like wear suits and go to like a private school and like.
Well,
Upper New
Archibald
York.
is objectively the sexiest.
Yeah,
No.
but it's second. I think it's second. It's like a close race between I don't know, like
That's
Will.
true.
That's
Okay.
really the only one I can think of right now.
I was
Hey,
actually
that's not a
probably
first
name.
probably actually-
that was
Recently,
I
I
like
read
Jeffrey.
that some dude had the last name of Wigglesworth, and it means child enclosure. So that's pretty good. I really like that. It's not
You
like
have to be
Wait,
kidding.
what do you
I'm
mean by
not
a
kidding.
child enclosure? Do you mean
I don't
like,
know. It just said that the name's meaning was wincel meaning child, and an old English word meaning enclosure.
What about Robbie
What?
Dodgeball?
Robbie
Oh,
Dodgeball.
you know what? I
Yeah,
think,
nightclub owner Robbie Dodgeball.
Okay, I will say that probably the least sexy name has to be Robert.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
be nice.
Can we
Yeah.
all agree? I'm sorry
Yeah.
to any Roberts in the audience, but I know you haven't had sex.
My little brother's middle name is Robert. It's pretty terrible.
What was the one? I had my Discord nickname changed to like something. Yeah, I think it was Robert Yellow.
Robert.
The club owner with
Hi,
the
I'm
blue coat.
Robert Yellow, the hot shot in town.
Lee, my name is Robert Yellow.
Lee, my new name is Robert Yellow.
What about George? What do you guys think about George?
Yeah, George
As
is
in-
kind of George is a little.
It's
there's a
only
couple
for the old
that-
guy from Stardew Valley. And that
Pretty
guy,
unbeatable.
whew,
What about
Yeah.
Bill, guys? Do you
Bill-
think? Okay,
Any
let's have a serious conversation. I need to ask you guys something really
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
important,
Go ahead.
and I need you guys to make me a big promise. If I start going by Bill, if you know me or are still alive by the time I'm an adult, because you know, like, that's supposed to be like a possibly world-ending event.
Mhm.
If I start going by Bill, please do something.
I think I'd,
Like what? Do you want me to start calling you Billy?
No, call
I
me
call
Will.
you Bill all the time.
Will,
anyway,
I'd
so
take a metal folding chair and I'd just start beating
I'm gonna call
to
you
death.
Billis.
Thank
You
you.
know
I
what?
promise.
I've been
That's
thinking
good.
about
You
it.
know what,
and
Bill? You know what, Bill?
I
I
can't go by
kind of
Bill.
like it. Bill's kind of fire.
I don't
But then
like
he
you
would be
very
called
much.
Bill Bergman.
And that's just not.
Blurgman.
But then again, he would have the same
BB,
initials. as his dad.
hey.
BB?
No, I wouldn't.
Just
BB
in a
Bergman?
different order.
Can we call him BB
It
No, I
Bergman?
would
wouldn't.
go from MBB to BMB.
How'd you know my? How do you know?
We got to stop the recording. We got to
How
stop
do
the
you know
recording.
my dad's middle name?
You've been found
Oh.
out.
Don't.
It's because of the YouTube channel, Michael B. Bergman.
When's-
Michael B. Bergman. Go like and
Bergman?
subscribe.
Hey, guys. Yeah, this is an
Michael
official
B.
plug
Bergman.
for my dad's YouTube channel, Michael B. Bergman. Check it out. Check out his band on Bandcamp, slug.bandcamp.com.
Like and subscribe.
Check it out. Stream. You know how it is.
That's our
Yeah,
sponsor.
so are we sponsored by your dad? When can I
No,
expect my
it's more
paycheck?
of like it's more of
Yeah,
a
we're
threat.
no,
It's more
we're
of a
we're,
threat
Oh,
than
we're,
a
okay.
sponsorship.
we're actually
I
we
get
actually
it.
have a sponsor from. Well, no, we do have a sponsor though. It's we got a
Oh.
band to sponsor us
I heard of
actually.
that.
Little known band called the Beatles. They toss some money our way.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we're gonna go ahead and
I've
check
heard
out
it's.
their
new
I
album,
haven't
Abbey
heard it
Road.
yet,
Go
but I'm
check it
sure
out.
it's
It's
like
pretty, it's pretty
Spotify.
fire.
okay.
Yeah,
The
one
only
thing I heard though
I've
is
heard
that
they're a little like full of themselves.
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
They like
Do
I
you know
think
what
one of
also
them
heard?
has like problems.
One of them beats
Yeah,
his
one
wife.
of them.
Yeah.
One of them is
I think it's more
rotting
than
in hell right now.
Yeah,
What, Ringo?
yeah.
He's dead in hell.
Yeah, John Lennon.
John
Star?
Lennon is dead in hell.
Yeah.
Shot in the head, dead
And
in
I
hell.
killed him.
Goes
Just
alive,
went
I
straight
think.
there. No judgment. He went straight to hell. Right away.
He's dead in heaven.
When that crazy
He's
sicko
getting
with a
shot.
38 snub nose revolver
Yeah,
capped him in the back of the
yeah.
head, just went straight to hell. He didn't even realize what was
All
going
right,
on.
let's,
Just straight to hell.
let's, you know, I'm
Are we ready
shaking
for a
in my
new
boots.
question?
What's the next question?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Give me a second.
I can't wait.
Shiver me timbers.
So I need us to take this seriously. You know, we need to have like a
Alright,
thoughtful,
I'm
a
here
thoughtful. In 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for? So like, what are things that are going to come out
Oh,
like maybe in the next year or so that in like 40 years people are going to like really like miss. They're going to really love it.
I know everyone's gonna joke and be like, oh, blah blah blah. But as much as I hate to say it, I think people are gonna be really nostalgic about Minecraft and TikTok.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
is
fine.
that people are already nostalgic about it.
But those
Yeah.
have already come out.
There
I
might
just
be,
mean
like,
like things
Fortnite or
that are
something.
going to come out, like that maybe
Oh.
haven't made it on the market yet. Or
I
Well,
that,
obviously some sort of TV show.
okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, I know this isn't the question, but The Office is definitely gonna be a huge.
Why
in
would
the
they take
future,
that off
even
the
more so
market?
than it is?
Well,
Yeah,
The
I-
Office has already
because
been
it will
created.
it will just be more
I know,
niche.
but I said yeah.
So,
Already.
what
You'd be
about
surprised.
Office 2?
It's already kind of
The
Office
coming
Office,
too.
though.
yeah, The Office 2 is gonna be really
Like,
high.
I mean, not
Yeah,
gone,
what do
like,
we
in
think
terms of
about the
popularity, but,
second
like,
Office?
it's, like,
I've
the
heard
over-
that
yeah,
Office
it's
the
called
end.
Office
Jim
2.
Carrey's
Yeah,
gonna
Office
be
2,
the
God
lead.
in Hell. Yeah, it's like
God in hell.
post-apocalyptic cyborg The Office. It's pretty awesome.
Office 2, but
Yeah,
I heard
everyone
it's gonna
dies.
be
in hell.
And there's instead of like Michael cracking jokes, he just
Mhm.
laughs at Creed, who is like phased into the wall in a torture device, and he's just screaming.
No, it's like
Yeah.
it's
You know
like
what I just realized?
the opposite.
Is that it's inevitable that people are going to be nostalgic for 100 gex.
Yeah.
Some
good.
people, a very niche amount of
I already
people.
am.
But just like let that sink in. No, because
Yeah,
I
and
feel
that
like
person is Ben
at
Harrison.
some point in time, you know, like how there are some '80s artists that are like getting like serious recognition now, but they weren't like too popular back in the time.
Oh yeah, like I can't think of any right now.
No, I can't either.
It'll be like being nostalgic for oh dear, what's that group?
It's like the era, you know.
Arctic
I can't-
Monkeys.
No.
Oh.
It was like that really popular group in 2008 with the Scene Crowd. What? They made the iPhone song.
Oh, Perry Grip.
Oh,
Perry Grip, yeah.
That's not a
Harry
band. That's a
Grant.
tune.
But Perry Grip is like better than so it's like not exactly the same.
I like
but
it. No,
I mean
it's
pretty
not
similar.
better than 100 gigs. I like 100 gigs more than Perry Grip. Therefore, my word is law.
I
that's your opinion, man.
No, it's
I'm gonna
it's the law.
break you over my
I just
knee.
like messed up my glasses.
You will not survive.
Nope.
You will not survive another 40 years to be nostalgic for 100 gex.
So what is the next big like app? What is
Oh,
what
it's
is our next
definitely going to
big
be
app?
something like TikTok. It's definitely going to be like yeah, obviously.
It's gonna be
honestly,
probably Triller.
you know,
It's
I
going to be
think
some
it's
sort of social media.
BenHarrison.com.
That's just obvious.
You know what
That's
I
true.
think
Well, I mean, they're
people are
all
really going to be
social medias, 'cause
nostalgic
games
for?
can't live nearly as long as social media.
I feel like the
you
it's
guys think
inevitable
you guys think
that
that-
Tinder is going to eventually die.
Okay.
As all the apps do.
What
And
the
I
fuck?
feel like
What?
there's
Sorry,
going to be
wait.
like a, you know, there's already a bunch of people that have met, you know, through
I don't think
Tinder.
Tinder's gonna die. I think we're
I
all
don't think
gonna
any of us
die.
are gonna live for 40 years to be nostalgic over
No,
Tinder.
I think that's
but-
debatable because I am actively absorbing your guys' lifespan.
Well, we know that. So
Will. What did I tell you about
I
dabbling?
mean,
in the
even if
ancient
everyone
arts?
else dies, I'm gonna stay alive
Unintelligible curses and phrases that were beyond my
to
comprehension.
keep doing it.
What?
You still
Wait,
haven't
hold
learned to
up,
comprehend
hold
them?
up, hold
Nope.
up. I hate that. I don't want to
You're a
interrupt the
failure,
podcast or
man.
anything. I just like bent my glasses wrong, and now they're like weird.
Hold up.
Well, that's unfortunate.
speaking of ancient rites and rituals, number 15 is what kind of
is it?
secret society would you like to start?
I would
So-
Illuminati too.
What would you do
Honestly,
in the second
okay.
Illuminati?
A cool secret society, I think, would just be something that like it's like really, you know, like shoot, I'm sorry. Something that's like really, you know, secret and it's like exclusive, but what they do and what they operate, like that kind of field, is like kind of dumb. Like
Yeah.
like it's like the yellow hand of death, but they're like a shoplifting kind of deal. But
Will,
It's,
put your
like, not
put your
that
mic away
bad.
from your mouth.
shut up.
But a secret society. I
Well, they
would
just
like-
give you
oh,
jaundice is like the problem. They
That's- yeah.
shoplift and then you get jaundice. Like if you've been in that store, if you go into that store after they shoplift, they just left jaundice particles and you just like get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of like how if you stay in IKEA after closing, they make you work there.
If
Yeah.
you stay in IKEA after closing, you start getting tunnel vision, and creatures start like skittering around you, and then this really big monster that hides in the mattress section starts chasing you.
Oh yeah, the mattress
On all
monster?
fours, barking and growling. And once he gets a hold of your shoes, or like if you have loose pant legs, he'll just force you to work there. He'll like grab you in his mouth and just brainwash you.
Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar because you know there's something like that where I work. You
I
know,
heard
I-
his name.
Yeah.
The creature's name was Stefan Löfven.
Is that the
Mm,
CEO?
No,
Oh,
it's the Prime Minister of Sweden.
oh my.
No,
Anyways.
it's the mattress monster.
Definitely.
Anyways, go on.
You know, as I work at Canes, and that's my one personality trait at the moment. I don't have room for others. But, you know, I heard the stories that if you stay in
Yeah.
the store past, you know, close
Kinda
and,
filled up.
you know, you're set to leave an hour after closing because you have closing duties. But if you stay any longer after that hour, then the crew is forced to like grab you and throw you into the fryer.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
or
Is that
like
where
that's
the
if
meat
you're
comes
like a
from?
constituent or of a patron. Like you go in to eat and it's like you're sitting in the lobby, which are closed right now, but theoretically, and you're sitting there and it passes close. You hear it's now closed. Get out, and then you're like, oh, I get my stuff, and you're taking it too slow, and you turn and you see like 3 teenagers hop over the front counter and just sprint at you, and they drag you back to the kitchen, throw you in the fryer, and then they serve you the next day.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that.
Unfortunately, like 3 times.
Yeah. How many times have you done that, Will?
There's a lot of homeless people who hang out outside of our thing, trying to prove.
Yeah,
like,
get those
that
numbers
we
up.
do that, so we have to like get them, grease them. You know how it is. It's a shame. They're really nice gentlemen, but we gotta fry them and serve them
it
to
is a
parents
shame.
and grandparents.
God
and
damn it.
children.
A job's a job, you know.
A job's a job.
So,
Speaking of strangers, actually.
strangers.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't done yet.
Yeah, that's why I paused because
I was waiting my turn patiently.
go then.
Go ahead,
Cut that
go
out, editor.
No,
cut that
no,
out.
It's
what?
no, it's fine. Go on.
Oh, what up?
Cut that out.
No,
Go
it's
on.
your turn.
No,
You have
we
before.
don't cut anything out of these.
Cut this.
No,
out.
what's the what were you gonna add to our?
If I
No.
say a really bad
I-
word, you have to.
I already lost my train of thought.
All right. Well, so
Well, that's it for the podcast. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.
there's a number 40 on here. Is a really good one. It says, "What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?" But I'd like to change that to maybe
What
meth.
sport?
No, I would
Yeah.
say with alcohol, I'd
No,
say
meth. We're
water
changing it to
polo,
meth.
because there's a good
You're only
chance
saying
that
that 'cause
people
you do
would just
water polo.
drown.
I'd say honestly,
They would
wrestling
just all
would be
drown.
really or boxing.
Oh yeah.
Boxing
already
would be
happened.
really.
Boxing on meth.
Well, that's punch
just,
drunk.
That's
That's
just
different.
dangerous.
And that's after a while, because of the concussive force to your skull. But, like, starting out uncoordinated.
How about competitive
They
swimming,
float
but
'cause
they
of
all
all the
have to
gas.
drink 20
I
liters
would.
of Dr. Pepper beforehand.
Did I mention
Um,
that ever? Did you guys?
Yeah, we know. Competitive eating, but you just do a shit ton of Molly. I
Hey,
didn't mean to
Matt
cuss.
Stoney could still.
You can cuss.
fuck 'em
It's
up.
okay.
Oh, I can? Okay, cool.
Just
However,
don't say anything too bad.
I think with meth, I would say hockey.
Oh,
Oh,
hockey.
that would be crazy because your pain
Hockey.
tolerance is super high.
Exactly. So people would just be fucking going.
Well, I
What
think
about
I don't
hockey
know.
with speed? Or like ecstasy?
Well, that.
Well,
and then
ecstasy
also
just
they're
kind of makes you
really
like touchy
aggressive.
feely though, right?
Well, it's
Oh, yeah,
Molly
yeah,
but with
Angel-
speed in it.
Angel
So
dust.
it makes you go fast, but like
Oh
you
my
want to like
God.
hug people while you're going fast, you know?
Are you
So,
saying
like-
that speed makes you go fast?
Yes. So they like grapple onto each other and they're like trying to shuffle the puck
Alright, so-
everywhere,
so-
but like really, really fast.
So we're all in agreement that hockey is the best.
Hockey would be
Say
the
that,
most
yeah.
interesting under the influence. Honestly,
Hockey-
it's already pretty interesting. Dude, UFC on meth. What are we thinking? That's
What
easily,
about-
or crack
what is
or anything
the-
like that.
Wait,
What
what
is the
about-
thing in the Olympics where you have like it's discus throwing, but under anything?
That just would be kind of boring.
I-
What
feel,
about
'cause it's
PGA
kinda-
But
Yeah,
like they,
I'm
what if they
drunk.
threw it into the crowd?
Salvia.
Are you saying golf, Trey?
Yes.
That would be horribly boring.
Golf on weed. It's like really funny.
Meth.
Yeah.
He's gonna say,
They just walk away.
They do it on salvia and they're like holding.
They
the,
forget they're playing golf.
They're holding the golf club and then they just drop.
They just drop, like,
Shoot
start
up,
seizing for like 10 minutes and then get
just
back up.
straight
Hear me
fentanyl.
hear me out. You know that old show, not really old, Hole in the Wall?
Yeah.
That, but on shrooms. Could you imagine
Yes,
being like 12 years old in a weird area
12
with a giant
years old
wall,
on shrooms.
and you're on shrooms, you're tripped out of your mind, and it's already bad because your like brain isn't developed. And
Why
you're like,
are we 12?
and then like you see the wall coming at you, and all you can see is a giant wall, like just charging you.
The wall of flesh.
Holy shit! And like, what do you do?
The
Could
wall
you
of
imagine
What
that?
if you played
It's the wall of
Terraria on
flesh.
shrooms?
That would like effectively
DMT.
chemically lobotomize so many kids.
Yeah.
Chemically
You
lobotomized.
just can't
Like,
perceive it.
start
It's just
That's
like,
how
it's
you
just
fix
like
their
an
donkey
unstoppable
brain.
evil
And
wall
just
that
pouring
goes
out of your
through you.
nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be really good.
No,
Dude,
no.
They died.
Little League Baseball on
dude,
acid.
No, dude, you watch Akira on like DMT. Akira.
What if you did like
Running to like the
we
eighth
just
base.
let people loose into the woods on
Hunting.
like acid? We just
Fishing.
let them into the
Fishing.
woods.
They have to get back out. That's a
Naked and afraid, but you have to be on
what you
acid.
do is you,
No,
like,
fishing
put
high
them
would
on
just
a
be
bunch of
enjoyable.
acid, drop them in the middle of the woods, and then like tape a note to them. So when they come through, they're like, "Wait, where am I?" And all they have is just a note.
Speaking
escape.
of the woods, there's this like ritual thing online that I've read about where you perform some ritual or whatever, and you have like a group of people, and you all have to split up in different directions in the woods, and you just have to run from some like creature that's following you. So I think we should make them do that on like acid.
but like seriously, I kind of like the premise of that, running from a creature. That
yeah,
just sounds
it's
appealing.
really good.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a really good sport. We should just do that. We should let
Yeah.
like a tracking animal just loose in the woods and just drop
Like
a bunch
a-
of people in the middle.
Like theoretically jumping into the lion pit at the zoo.
The
I call that why I'm not allowed at the St. Louis Zoo.
Okay, I think that like
Theoretically.
I think we
speaking.
should bring back gladiatorial combat.
Exactly. Like when
Yeah.
they would just
Mhm.
it,
So, like,
half
the
of it was
Olympics?
like they'd bring exotic animals and just kill them.
Just like
Like,
Battle
exactly.
They
Royale.
would just kill them. Like it
Yep.
wasn't a fight. They'd sit there and just kill them. They'd come up, they'd walk up and hack them to death, shoot them with arrows.
Yep.
And it's not like it's like a fight. You know, it's pretty one-sided. The guy with the
Yeah.
sword's gonna win.
What if
I
to make
gotta
decisions
say-
for the government, the politicians had to go into the Colosseum and fight each other, and whoever didn't die made the rules.
It's
Yeah.
that would be pretty
Battle
good,
of
but
strength.
something like that to get elected.
Strength and
It's
but it has to be like strength and intelligence.
yeah. So it's like puzzle fighting. But I think the way that they should get elected is they have to fight off a bunch of like their constituents. Like if you're running for Congress, all the people in your district, they choose the 25, top fighters, and it's like a wave fight, one after
Like
the
King
other.
of the Hill.
Or I
Yeah,
think instead
whoever
of, like,
wins is the congressman.
Yeah.
instead of like caucuses and primary elections, we should just have like
Mob rule.
tournaments.
Yeah.
Mod will.
Mob.
Mod will just
Mod.
become the supreme leader.
He doesn't have
Wait.
control.
Do you think we should get Mod will to guest star on the podcast?
No,
Like,
because
hypothetically
he
speaking.
already has to kind of shut down fans who
No.
obsess over him because it makes him uncomfortable. So
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
someone in this call
Yeah.
obsesses over them.
Not.
Yeah. But we're not obsessing. We
Not
just think
gonna
he's
name
God.
names.
But we could.
We're not naming names, but his name starts
Yeah,
with a B
yeah.
and ends with an N,
Yeah.
What is
and there's
it?
an E in the middle.
Yeah, it's
just kinda said his name.
Bahayman.
I didn't though.
It's Bahayman. Yeah.
But Baphomet with a silent N at the end.
Baphomet, but the
Behaving.
the cool one.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next question?
I think it was something around strangers.
Oh yeah. Well,
Our
do you remember the
transitions
question?
are-
I don't
are
have
just-
Yeah.
I don't have it on hand. What was
I'll
the,
put
what
like
was
a
the
twinkle
question?
sound effect as
I
transitions.
think the question was,
Pretty
what
great.
is the strangest interaction with a stranger you've ever had?
Okay, I have one. I have one,
Okay.
and it's fan.
I think you
love
and
this
Phoenix are the
story.
same.
I love this story.
I've
I also
never
have
met
another one, but
anyone,
it's not
so-
my interaction. It was my sister's. But this first one happened to me, technically. So I'm at IHOP, right? Me and my sisters are hanging out with my dad, and we're in IHOP. We're sitting. This is before the one in Sunset Hills got renovated. and we were sitting where the smoking room used to be, because it was like the smoking room hasn't been there since like 2008, but it's like that back. It's a sectioned off room. So we're sitting there, we're enjoying our food, and there's this guy, kind of sitting like, you know how it's like that walkway with aisles, or it's a walkway and there's like booths on either side.
Yeah.
He's across from us in that sense, and he's on the phone, and he seems aggravated. He seems upset. I probably told the story to most of you. And so he's it sounds like he's getting an argument like with whoever's on the phone with him. So he starts kind of picking up his voice and swearing every once in a while, and then he starts yelling. He's talking, "I don't want your effing money. You're a dirty whore. I just can't stand you. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me." Like he's yelling stuff like that, you know, like he's in a huge fight. He's in a huge fight, and so we're like, "Oh my god!"
Talking to you?
My dad's like, "Is this guy crazy? Who's he yelling at on the phone?" He's yelling expletives, insulting their appearance, like saying they don't want their dirty money. Something. I don't even know what he means by that. This guy, and so we are all paying attention because we're just super just so interested in this conversation. So he keeps swearing and cussing, and finally starts to calm down, and he's like kind of like, I guess, over it. I guess maybe that was just kind of their argument dropped off, and he starts to say his goodbyes, and he's like, "All right, Mom, I'll talk to you later." And we were just like, holy shit, no way. We are just like mind blown. Like he's cursing and screaming, talking, "I don't want your like dirty money. You're an old skank," and he was his mother.
That's so awful.
Maybe she's not a very good mother.
Are you thinking of the same thing I am?
A very good son. That's all I'm
I
saying.
probably am. I have a kind of good one.
Potentially.
So, it was just me and the fellas, at Deerberg's. We were sitting up in the mez. We were just chilling up there. We were eating some snacks and drinking some Dr.
That
Pepper.
sounds familiar.
Oh.
Was I there? Was I there?
Oh, I remember this. I remember this.
So
Oh, no, you weren't.
We're just chilling, and it's just us. It's like 5 or 6 of us, and there's just one like old man sitting kind of in the corner across from us, and it's just him and us up there, really. And he's like working on his computer or something. And at this point, he hasn't said anything to us, and so we're all chatting. We're just talking, and the guy walks over, and he doesn't say anything for a second, and I see him like out of the corner of my eye, and he goes, "Is that your natural hair color?" And
I hated that
I
so
don't know.
bad.
I don't know what to say to him. So my hair's a bright red, I believe, and I go, "No," and he's like,
"Yes, I'm just very
okay,"
Irish."
and he just shuffles off. And I
He's
believe
smiling the whole time.
I believe Tommy, didn't you go back later that day?
So I stayed there because Kale came up, and I was talking with Kale, and we got some New York style seltzers, and we were sitting there, and he comes, and I was waiting for Kale to show up, right? And I had the CDG
Yeah, they're
Converse
like designer
on, right?
and stuff.
Which all of you don't know, it's a white
they're
Converse
designer.
shoe with a little heart on the side, and he walks.
I have 2 pairs.
Yeah, pretty cool. All I'm saying, kind of rich. Anyway, so he comes up and he looks at me. Okay, and he looks at my shoe. He goes, Did you put that on there?
Did you just straight say
is that how
goodbye?
they came?" I'm like, "That's how they came. Goodbye." Because like, you're weird.
Was
And
this
we
pre-
never
Why are you
saw
so
him
close
again.
to
Was this
me?
pre-pandemic?
It was awful.
Yeah,
it
I
was,
hated
it was.
it.
Yeah.
It would have been last year.
This was.
Oh yeah, this
Was
was
it
like
after New Year's?
It was
right,
it was winter.
right
yeah.
after New Year's. No, this was
Okay.
right after.
I think we were hanging out with Hannah.
Yes, it was definitely.
Mhm.
It was definitely right after New Year's.
That's creepy, guys. That's creepy. Did he seem
Yeah, no.
kind of
Yeah, it was when
excited? I'm
tensions
trying to
were
like,
high.
did he seem sort of like nervous?
Because that's why I was
little.
talking to Kale with.
I kinda
Yeah,
get
he
that
seemed
vibe.
really weird about it.
And he
I
was
don't know
also
what would have
bald.
happened if I said yes.
I think I don't want to make any big judgments because like I don't know if this guy was just a creep, but he kind of
Can
sounds
I get a
like,
sample?
how do I say like I want to say donkey brain, but like on the spectrum. Some sort of spectrum, because I know adults who are like that, and they are on the spectrum. But
don't think that's what it was,
but they're
though.
normally pretty shy. Like, at least the people I've met. I don't know why he was so obsessed with your hair.
It didn't seem like a statement, and then like a immediately shuffling off, like after they got the answer.
So
it was
like
like
a kind
he
of,
like waited.
He was like,
and was like,
he was
okay.
like contemplating. I wouldn't want to say praying, but was it a sort of like?
It was pretty weird. I don't think that it
creepy.
was a.
Maybe if you said yes, we'd find you like 3 weeks later in some dumpster behind
Face
some
down
like,
in a
Church's
puddle.
Chicken. Yeah. And then we go back to Deerberg's.
And just no hair.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Love
Like,
Deerberg's,
it's
and we
like-
see
The
some guy
racism,
with
Tommy.
your
Caution taped off, and there's like blood, like
And he's
floating in
wearing
all
your
directions,
hair.
like where he was.
Oh God.
All that's left are his boots and they're smoking.
I ran over him with like a car, and he just like exploded into ash. That would be pretty good, like a Roadrunner skit.
Hmm.
So anyone else got a really good one?
Yeah.
I have a decent one
Okay.
about one of my sister's. Oh my!
I gotta
My
charge
poor
my
sister has to
headphones.
put up with so much at her job. She works at
Mm-hmm.
a retail place, one of those. My twin sister, Kate, she works at a Home Goods.
Who?
If you don't know what Home Goods
Which
is,
one?
it's a
Oh,
home
oh,
furnishing
no.
store.
I didn't know
So
she
you can
had a
imagine,
job.
she puts up with the most obnoxious middle-aged white ladies that you can think of.
Mhm.
And there's a couple things that have
Oh
happened. to her.
yeah.
She has been farted on.
Oh.
She was walking behind some lady. She lifts her leg up and farts onto my sister. My
I
sister
have
then
a
had to check
thing
her
to bounce off of that after you're done.
out. Then the big one, or another one, not the big one. I guess the big one of it is someone coming in wearing underwear as a mask. I don't know if it was my older sister who works at a fabric store or this, or it might have been both of them. They've had shit smeared on their bathroom walls.
Oh.
Ew.
What else? The big one. So Kate, this is when she's still training, and she's working the returns desk. You know, well, she's not even working. She's just there to try to figure out, how it goes, and her supervisor's there, teaching her. And this guy walks in, and he kind of looks like those guys that those guys that wear like navy blue V-necks with khaki shorts that are too short, sandals. You can tell that the shirt is a size too small because his belly is very pronounced. He has two chins with a little stubble, and he's balding on top. You know that kind of face? That kind of guy?
Yeah.
So,
Mentioned a very specific
someone
image.
likes, that's how I imagined him, at least, and that's how his behavior came. He came up and was like, yeah, I have a stolen item that I found, and I would like to return it. I found it on the side of the road. And they're like, oh, okay. So this is the food supervisor. He's like, okay, what is it? He pulls it out of his pocket. He's like, I found this receipt. And, my sister and supervisor were thinking, oh, so he found this receipt and found the item. No, he wanted to return the receipt. That was the stolen item. So he tries to give it to them, and they're like, no, I'm sorry, this isn't a stolen item. He goes, oh, okay. I'm a hoarder. I collect things. I'm single. I'm not gay, and I don't like little boys. No, I'm not even joking. I'm not paraphrasing. He just kind of starts rambling things off about how he's a hoarder. He is straight. He is single. He does not like little boys, and he is not gay. He made a big deal. Kate said that he repeated that he's not a pedophile, and he is not gay, which makes him seem like a gay pedophile.
Guys, I
Yeah.
guys, I think the only true thing you said was that he
And
was
so then he
was a
starts
hoarder.
talking to the manager. I don't remember what car he said, so I'm gonna paraphrase and say gray Toyota. He says to the supervisor, "Hey, do you drive a gray Toyota?" And she's like, "Yeah," because she does. And that creeps her out. And so he starts talking what's your favorite month? And she goes, I don't have one. And then he goes, not January? Don't know what that means. Do not know what that means.
Not January?
Not Jan.
It's like
I thought that was
expecting,
common
her
knowledge. Your favorite month is
she's a January gal. And Kate's standing there, just like, what is going on? I regret everything now. I should not have taken the job here. I mean, she didn't say that. She likes working there, Home Goods. So if you hear this, please do not fire my sister. And then he said some other things about not being a pedophile and not being gay. And then he leaves. I'm certain there's other things he said that I just can't remember.
I'm not a pedophile.
It's just so how. Could you imagine that? I mean, I have put up with some weird customers at work, like the guy who came through the drive-thru and was watching porn on his phone. But nothing this strange, and nothing this regular. It's very regular for her to encounter strange and rude people. I almost never do.
I think it's just the Kane's touch.
I think it's just working at a home furnishing store brings out the most annoying.
I don't
people,
know who you think Home Goods
only
attracts.
The weirdest, most depraved
But
human
it's
beings
not
go
normal
to
people.
Home Goods more than once a week, which there are regulars. Can you believe that? At a home furnishing store, there are regulars. What are you gonna how did you just go buy like little metal spheres and like pine cones for your dinner table like every day? Do you get like live, laugh, love signs and like hoard them in your basement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm afraid of like what else he's holding.
According to the way that guy talked, I think so.
Timmy from down the road.
I wonder
missing
who
for
he's
3
hoarding.
days.
I wonder what
Yeah,
kind of
right.
like rude people is he hoarding.
I wonder if maybe he has his own private island or something like that.
What's he building in there?
What is he building in there? I can tell you what he's not building. Playhouse.
There's a gas leak
I know, he
in
probably
there.
is. Alright, what's the next question?
I have a pretty good one. I have another good story.
Oh?
So, my family and I frequent
Go off,
Cracker
Queen.
Barrel. It's a very...
You so would. You seem like that type of person.
I like Cracker
resent
Barrel.
that.
It's
I've never
very
been there.
fun.
I do too.
Um,
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but one time when I was like 8, I shit my pants at a Cracker Barrel, threw away my underwear, and was just commando. But go on.
Speaking of that, so we get seated and my mom and I have to like go to the bathroom so like we can wash our hands and whatnot. I walk into the bathroom and there's this there's this woman who is bent over, not in a stall, just out in the middle of the floor, with her pants down around her ankles, shoving toilet paper into her very poopy
Brown
butthole. And she's just wiping
Shoveling
into an
it.
endless expanse, and she keeps backing up towards the door, towards me. I'd place myself at like maybe 10, and I keep trying to get out of the way, and it was awful. It was traumatizing. I don't think I never look at Cracker Barrel bathrooms the same.
Public restrooms are a nuisance.
Yeah.
I don't know why she wasn't like in a stall though. Like
Would
she
you
was an
be?
older
That's
she
kinda
was an
gross.
older woman, but she wasn't like
Was she using the urinal?
no. She was just like out in the middle of the floor, and then like a worker came in and brought her like new pants.
You know, it's a lady thing, you know?
It's a lady
It's
thing.
not.
Us guys wouldn't understand.
No, us guys, what we do is we all pack into the same urinal.
Yeah, the same
Yes.
stall and like look at each other's.
Fellas.
And shit into it.
Yeah.
You take turns, but you all
Alright.
have to like watch.
We call that a
Uh,
brother smoothie.
Yeah, anyway, so...
Wow, great
Have
transition.
you guys
there.
heard of the Vianney pancake?
let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk
Let's
about
not
that.
talk about
No.
that.
That's the line. That's the line right there.
We don't need to talk about that.
One
One
second.
Vianney
Where-
pancake.
where'd
do
we
not
post-
What is
cross
that?
Where'd we post these questions?
Well, I'll tell you.
We didn't post any questions.
I
but
thought-
I
Don't
can
ask any
another
more
one.
sleepover questions.
Yeah.
We're past that.
Nah.
Trey, do you have any stranger stories? I bet you would.
You really overestimate me, man.
I know, but you're observant, but forgetful.
I'm observant, but I don't really have too much to observe.
Oh.
You know.
What about those cats that gave birth in your garden?
I didn't see the birthing.
Well, but like, that's kind of cool.
I just see cats.
This is a really good question, and I know we're
Cats,
off
the
of this
movie.
topic now, but I feel like it really needs to be brought up because it's quite possibly the most jarring one on this list.
Yeah.
So it's number 69. Nice.
Nice.
The sex
If
number.
you die and find out that everyone gets to choose a 12-foot by 12-foot square to stay in, alone for eternity, without being able to influence or contact the living world, what 12 by 12-foot by 12-foot square would you choose?
Porn studio jerking off.
I don't know.
Ghost
You know
jerking
what?
off.
The Post Malone square.
Like maybe like a 12 by 12 foot.
12-foot by 12-foot.
That's
Wait,
not
wait,
very
hold on.
big.
It's kind
Can
of
we expand
big.
it like a little bit though?
No,
No.
it's 12-foot by 12-foot.
Wait, what about the 12 by 12 foot?
I can't like fathom how big that is.
Wait,
When
hold
you
on,
die,
hold on. What's the
choose a
what's the
12-foot
cube
by
for?
12-foot square to stay in alone forever. You're dead. It's like heaven.
Oh, my
You're-
but
computer,
you-
I can just
like
game.
creature you're alive, but like
No, but you have no
No.
influence
Oh.
over the world.
I
so
know,
you can't-
that
Well, it
means
How
says you
about-
have no
how
influence
about
over the
inside
living
ideas
play-
like a
world.
cube?
I can play Rainbow Six Siege all I want and just not make callouts and not communicate properly with my teammates, so we'll lose, and that'll just be a normal game of Rainbow Six Siege.
So,
Do they have
I
dead
got it.
people
I got
like
mine.
AOL or something?
I got my.
No.
I got my.
Not yet,
alright.
but I'm working towards that.
I got my. I
Okay.
got my answer.
Would it be
Okay.
called
I have two
AOL
answers,
or
actually.
AOL?
So my first answer is a room full of doors that just lead different places. Can I do that?
Yeah.
But it has to stay in the 12-foot by 12-foot square.
Okay, never mind. I only have one answer now.
It's
So-
not Michael's hallways.
Alright, so it's inside my room. I have a supercomputer that has infinite power and like infinite possibilities.
It has to be, I think, an actual existing place on the Earth.
No, it's just a 12-foot. You
Space,
just choose
I
a
can
12-foot
float.
by
Alright,
12-foot
so
square.
basically I have the best VR system. And I can create anything within that VR system. And
Ben,
it's
I don't
either-
think that exists.
It doesn't have to exist.
I mean, it may exist by the time you die.
Yeah.
You know what? I think,
2021?
The best possible VR system.
I think I would put myself into a 12-foot by 12-foot by 12-foot padded cell.
Sure, no,
And act
but
like
no.
in
But it's all
prison.
trampoline. It's all like bouncy.
No, it's just,
I
it's
never
just a
get
padded
bored.
cell. And I just kind of live out the rest of my eternity in a padded cell.
You know what,
Someone
Trey, you
gets a
should do the
12-foot
trampoline
square where it's super bouncy, and so immediately when you get put inside of it, you're just, like, flung against all of the walls constantly forever.
That trampoline room would be cool. One time on my trampoline, Trey tried to do a backflip. His head landed under his back. He said it felt like he broke his neck. He laid there, got back up, and tried it again, and the same thing happened.
Trey, how are you alive?
What is wrong with
Do you remember that, Trey? It was like in 7th grade.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
It was like that one time when all those people came over before, like, that was like the 6th grade. Before the 6th grade dance. And we were jumping on my trampoline, and Trey's like, backflip. Nope. Okay, again. And he was like, my neck hurts. And we were like, really? That's so strange.
Yeah.
I watched Trey destroy a swing set.
Oh my god. I mean, the swing set now is like really sick. You should go
Trey,
on
you are just like
That's
born to
true.
destroy.
it.
Mostly
You should get
yourself,
a-
I guess.
You should get booty shorts that say that across the ass. Born
Okay,
to
here's the
destroy.
question.
That's kind of
What,
like
what
my.
would, what would one have to do to get thrown into a padded cell?
Mental illness.
Eternal torture. That's eternal torture, wouldn't that be?
Nah.
Wouldn't I just
Dude,
like...
wait, I just came up with a new
Or
torture
eternal
idea.
torment.
Okay, what's the new torture idea?
Well,
Alright, so you go in a cell.
Mhm.
And basically all of the walls in this 9 by 9 by 9 foot like cell is
Or speakers.
cut no
100 decks.
no that's eternal heaven is
La,
covered
la, la, la,
is
la,
covered
la,
by
la, la,
by
la.
blue like the blue goop from Portal, and you're constantly bounced. You're constantly just like going wall from. It doesn't hurt. You're just constantly in motion. There's no stopping it.
I think that'd be bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be good.
Guys,
What if you were put in a 12-foot by 12-foot by 12-foot square, and you had the orange portal and the blue portal directly above and below you, and you were going through it forever, but you tried to get out, but you only get far enough that like part of your arm gets out and you just break your bones.
Okay, so I hate to interrupt you, Trip. I was literally thinking about that today. Like, I'm not even kidding. As I was walking home from watering the plants, thinking about that, I was thinking, when we make portal guns, that will definitely be a new form of execution. You do that thing because that's terminal velocity. That's infinite speed, and then you move one and you splat liquidize all over the cell, and you're nothing but like soup.
That's awful.
It's just instant though. It's the most
Unless you-
painless
unless
thing.
you have the cool
And if you
legs.
think about it, it's gonna be fun because you're just.
That's
falling.
what they feed the people in the new gulags in
Yeah,
2050.
the slop trays. You know.
The slop
Drags
house.
trough.
I wanna,
This is what they call it.
I wanna evolve to the point of I wanna evolve to be able to eat human flesh.
Without getting brain hole disorder.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of euthanasia, I hate to change the topic, but are you guys familiar with the roller coaster of death?
Yes.
So,
Yes, I am.
Trey, you'd love this. Because you like
No.
science and math. I think. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's this theory. So you know how like when fighter pilots in Vietnam would turn their planes really fast and hard, and their brains would turn to jelly inside of their skulls?
Well, yeah, that's because you experience so many G's that.
Well,
just
it's a roller coaster, and it's several loops consecutive, but it's a really big one at first, and they slowly start to shrink. So
Oh my
you start
God.
going faster and get more G's that your brain just turns to liquid and you die. And then the whole thing is at the end, there's an abrupt stop that flings your body out into a pile. And there you go.
That sounds really interesting.
Fun and
I
painless.
feel like we should do that.
I feel
like
like
we should
I would
fund that.
have fun with that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it'd be a really fun like stunt on like Jackass.
yeah, I'm Steve-O, and this is Jackass. Today,
We're gonna
turning my
die.
actual insides to liquid and dying.
Today we'll be doing Chinese water torture for all my life.
It's like a more
Today-
more extreme version of how like the Egyptian embalming process where they stick the spike up your nose and
pull
they
your
like
brain out.
liquefy your brain to get it out.
Today we're
I've had
gonna be
nightmares
emptying
about that.
Steve-O. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville,
just-
and welcome to Jackass. Today we're gonna be draining Steve-O.
He's like tied to a
Training.
table, and he's like
What do you mean
freaking,
by drain? You know.
Following him out.
turning him into a husk.
Well, like you
Do you like stick like a spigot into him?
you put a bunch of like blood bags into like all of his
Drain
veins
gang.
and you just slowly drain him.
Yeah.
Just like a beverage.
Siphon
like his,
all
his
of the
life
like
juice.
all of the organs out of him.
That's how you make what is the drug that they produce whenever you're under like mass amounts of fear? Isn't that a thing?
Adrenaline.
Yeah. They just make that. That's what they do to Steve.
If you could take adrenaline capsules, you could do
Yeah.
some insane things.
Yeah.
I mean, there are like adrenaline shots you can take.
Yeah, like
We should try that.
from
Our
Left
next
4
vlog.
Dead 2 Trey.
Our
Yeah.
next vlog, we do that.
But no, I think it's real as well. Or at least like
Adrenochrome?
adenosine or something like that.
Is that what it's called?
No, that's
Dude,
the.
adrenochrome is so fucked up. Like that's so icky.
Adrenochrome.
What is it?
It's like
It's a.
it's like
a fake
like
drug, right?
no.
I'm thinking of
it's-
devil's ether.
Yeah, it's no. Devil ether is real. I think.
No, it's not.
No.
Nope.
No. Ether is.
Ether is, but not devil's ether.
Ether is, but
I don't. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. But like, it's just like Epstein is just like a supervillain. Like he was just like it's like they harvest it from fucking like terrified kids. Like it's like comes from their fucking brain. It's evil.
I'm not sure that's true.
I don't know. That's like what I remember, but it's pretty bad. You should look it up, or not.
We should get
I'm sure I'll find
adrenaline
many
capsules
reliable
and just like
Go to
into the forest.
Infowars.com.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
I think
pretty
whatever,
sure
I don't know.
adrenochrome is
No.
like the freaking. No, it's not real. It's like the
Oh,
thing
it's
that
not
all
yet.
of the.
I'm not
The
sure.
whole that whole thing-
Adrenochrome is a
people say.
chemical
I don't think it's an
compound with the
actual
molecular
thing.
formula
I mean, they think it's real, but QAnon is
C9H9803.
bullshit. So.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because
Um,
to actually harvest hormones, you'd have to kill millions of people just to get.
Would you be surprised if like the
It's
billionaires
the
in the world did
oxidation
that?
of adrenaline.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
That's what it is.
Oh.
Okay, so it looks
But
like
QAnon are
You
obsessed
know,
with
you
it.
know it's not the wealthy. You know, and they're not taking it from the kids.
So, Will,
They're taking it from Americans.
I just did a bit
Yep.
of reading, and yes, adrenaline shots are real.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like
Fucking
stim shots from
epinephrine
Rainbow Six
pins.
Siege, you fool. Like
No, like an EpiPen.
like EpiPen is like what you're allergic to but concentrated, dude. You know how like
No,
when you get a flu
it's
shot,
adrenaline.
hey, you know when they give you a flu shot, they give you the flu? How do you think that works? They give you're reacting to peanut butter because of the peanut allergy, and they give you dead peanuts.
They inject your bloodstream
Wait,
with
so
peanut butter.
peanut
Sad
butter
and simple.
peanut butter is living peanuts?
Yes.
Duh, it comes from a plant?
Okay, what constitute a peanut as living? What would be a living?
I constitute that.
I do want to say adrenochrome in studies in the 50s and 60s says that it triggered psychotic reactions such as thought disorder and derealization. So maybe adrenochrome shouldn't be taken. Just don't do it.
Yeah, never do that. It's awful, bad. All right. Anyway, change subject.
I think it's a little late for that. We're at the 57-minute mark.
All right. Well, we're changing the subject.
Oh,
I
I
said
think
so.
so. Do you guys remember the Milgram